Greetings, class of 2020. I am so very honored to have this moment with you, to congratulate all of you on your accomplishments and to wish all of you the most joy and success as you continue on the path to fulfill your purpose. I am likewise so very honored to speak for a moment to those of you who entered into your undergraduate program during the 2016 to 17 school year. In the fall of 2016, as we made a formal transition from Mary Baldwin College, you were the inaugural class of Mary Baldwin University, the important beginning of a new era in the Mary Baldwin story. The fall of 2016 also marked the final and historic entry of a single-sex residential class into the Mary Baldwin family. Now, a piece of history. 19th century American society saw enthusiastic support for education, and an influx of institutes, seminaries, and academies, both private and public, were built across the country. During this time, it was important to educate girls in moral and civic virtues, as these girls would grow into women who would be the mothers of generations of American men. By mid-century, though, some even believed that girls and women had the intellectual capacity for higher education. In 1842, Dr. Rufus William Bailey arrived in Staunton, Virginia. Bailey was a Presbyterian minister and a teacher and had already been associated with the charge of female academies in Massachusetts and in North Carolina. He believed that women should be educated in the same subjects as men. And though much of the country disagreed with him, the citizens of Staunton, Virginia did not. And so the Augusta Female Seminary was founded with a first session enrollment of 50 students. Among these 50 were young girls, the elementary class, as well as older students. While Dr. Bailey believed girls and women should continue to be educated in moral and civic virtues, they should also be educated in English grammar, rhetoric and composition, comprehensive history, geography, astronomy, philosophy, etymology, natural science, geometry, algebra, and bookkeeping. Extra classes would include Latin, Greek, French, music, both vocal and instrumental, drawing and painting. Dr. Bailey built a lecture hall, a library, and a scientific laboratory for his students. He was supported in his charge by his wife and daughters, niece and cousin. One of his first students was 13-year-old orphan Mary Julia Baldwin. I know that you're familiar with much of Mary Julia's history, but did you know that prior to being named principal of the seminary in 1863, she founded a girls' school called the Beehive Academy? Our beloved Mary Baldwin was always most passionate about the education of girls and women. In 1895, Augusta Female Seminary was renamed Mary Baldwin Seminary in her honor. In 1923, the seminary was renamed Mary Baldwin College, and then, of course, Mary Baldwin University in 2016. And in 2017, our doors opened to a coeducational residential student body. Graduates, your class has experienced a tremendous amount of institutional change. During your time here, you have been the first, and you have been the last. You have weathered that change with dignity and with pride. Like Mary Baldwin itself, you have moved and transitioned and grown into yourselves and your capacity. You are educated and informed citizens of the world who value your own lived experiences through these times of change, along with our legacy as a women-centered institution. And through this change, you welcomed, with grace, a more diverse Mary Baldwin student body. Your voices were strong and well heard when you told us that we would not have separate wings of student governance, one for women only and one for our new coeducational population. And when you told us that we would not segregate our new male students, but rather would fold them into our community, into our family, in all ways. And with wisdom and with passion, you continued to raise your voices. You brought to us your insights. You brought to us your lessons you have learned and lessons you have taught. You offered to us, held closely and held gently, the golden legacy of what it means to you to be part of an inclusive community of people who value women, who value women's strengths, who value women's perspectives, who value women's growth and experiences, who value women's voices, and through that value, who understand the importance of empowered women. Then, with your dignity and pride, your grace, your wisdom, and passion as the last single-sex entering class, you helped us build a new Mary Baldwin College for Women, one that honors the legacy and the community and the sisterhood that is so, so important to all of us, not just to women. You helped to design an experience for the young women who come behind you and to honor the women who came before you. And you did this while making sure that our new cohorts of men would likewise be able to grow and develop in appreciation of powerful women. And as you will always be a member of the Mary Baldwin University class of 2020, you will always be a part of the College for Women, a champion for equity and inclusivity, a champion for empowerment. And so, I close my tribute with my love and with my gratitude in honor of you, class of 2020, with this: Mary Baldwin College for Women, not for time, but for eternity.